Hello everyone, this is Chris at Streams Church bringing you another keys tutorial. Today we are going to be looking at Do It Again as performed by Elevation Worship. They typically perform this, well, on the album it's in the key of B flat. A lot of times here at Streams we've done this in the key of A, but for the keys we will have this transposed into the key of C. So right now I'm playing a C chord, but what you are hearing is an A chord. Anytime that we do the song in any different key, like I think we'll be doing it in D here soon, rather than the keys being transposed down 3 half steps into C, so this is C to A. When we play it in D, it'll be transposed up 2 half steps from C to D. So when I play this, that would then be a D chord instead of a C. So let's dive in. It's a fairly simple song, can be a fairly simple song on the keys, can also be somewhat complicated. We'll go over the easy way first. Because this song, it has simple chords, but a lot of times the inversions that you play in the song are pretty important. I went ahead and made a pretty easy section. So up here on the high end, I've got a root section and a lead section. The lead, very simple. It's what you hear at the beginning of the song. So that first C and B, those are pickup notes on beats 3 and 4. So if we're getting a count off, it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would go on like that. You play chords in combination with those. So you would play this root right here, this F root. And then when you go down to the G here on the lead note, you play the E, because that technically would be a C over E chord. So the bass takes priority there. So we're basically alternating in the intro from F to E. And on the chord chart you'll see C over E. As we go into the verse, verses, pretty simple walk down. We go from the F chord to the C over E, and then there's an F6 chord, but since F is already taken here, and I wanted to leave a little space between the free play and the roots, the F6 will just simply be the D note. If you know theory, an F6 is pretty much like a first inversion of a D minor with an F in the bass anyways, so makes somewhat sense in my mind. So anyways, verses, walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet. And then we go to that C chord. And that's pretty much it for the verses. The choruses are straightforward. Again, bass notes take priority, so the chorus starts with an F over A. Your promise still stands, goes to a G over B. Great is your faithfulness, goes to that C. Your faithfulness, and then ends with that A. And then it just repeats, I'm still in your hands. This is my confidence. You never failed me yet. And it goes into that instrumental. And then this is where the instrumentals vary a little bit from the intro, because in the intro you're starting off with that F chord, but in the following instrumentals in the rest of the song, it goes from C over E to the F chord. So you've never failed me yet. And then go back to the C over E. So you see that after the intro, the lead never plays that G note again. It just simply does the walk down from C, B, A, never C, B, G. So I think that covers a lot of it. Once we get going into instrumental 2, going into instrumental 3, That's when those hits kind of start up. And counting-wise, those hits will start on the and of 3. So that last measure of instrumental 2 moving into instrumental 3 is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. I think I hit a wrong chord in there, but that should give you the idea of what you're playing in there. And then that progression goes all through instrumental 3, the 3 bridges. So those chords continue through the interlude, but there is a slight change of chords on the 5th measure of the interlude. So I'm just going to take us into that, starting with the pickup notes. 2, 3, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll see in there, there was one measure where I added a G to the A minor chord. And then a big thing you want to remember on the interlude is that it is 9 measures. So that 8th measure where we ring out that final C chord, you want to make sure you hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your promise still stands. And then you go into that chorus. So just take your time on that one. So I think that just about covers it for the easy section, kind of outlining exactly how the easy section goes. So let's talk about if you want to play in the free play section. If you're confident of the different inversions that you're playing, because again, I mean, technically, you know, you could play just all first inversions and you'd be fine. Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet. So there, I just did all first inversions. With the F6 chord, I just did a straight 1, 3, 5. I didn't even add the 6. It sounds fine. A lot of those things are just embellishments. So if you feel like this is too childish and you're confident in your ability to go through the chords in free play, by all means, go ahead. But I really like the embellishments, and I really like it really makes the song, the inversions that they choose to play. So again, I'm going to kind of walk us through just some of the inversions that I'm hearing in there. So you'll play the lead right here in the middle of free play. And then you would use your left hand to hit some of the full chords, essentially. So right there. And then right there. So that's kind of what we would do for intro and instrumentals. Now for the verse section, starts off a little straighter. Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall. And then here comes that F6 chord. But you have never failed me yet. So now if we're looking at the chorus, I'm thinking that if you were to play for the F over A, play the A in the bass, and then just play the 1 and the 5 on your right hand. So that would be for the F over A, and then it would go up for the G over B, and then we could actually go up to this C here, and then drop to this F here. So both that C and that F are in first inversions. That would end up sounding like, your promise still stands, great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. And of course you repeat that for the choruses. So now for the instrumental 3 going into the bridges. What we're going to do, it's basically C over E to F and then G over B to C with the hits. So obviously on the bass notes you'll be playing E to F and then B to C. That'll be what you'll be doing with your left hand. Your right hand will be going C to F. You can see that I'm playing the first inversion of C here. So that together that's right there. And then we jump to the G over B, which you can play, again, left hand will be going B to C. Right hand will be, you can do first inversions of these. And with the G over B, when you play the G chord, it's optional if you want to add in the 3 or not. So I'll just go ahead and play it though. And that's pretty much it. So in the interlude, when it jumps to the G and the A minor chords, those are just straight. You can do first inversions. And then you can go to back to the G over B to C. Right there. So yeah, those are probably the inversions that I've listened to and kind of think sound really good for the song. But again, if you're going just playing straight first inversions, then that's fine too. Realistically, the bridge section was what I was thinking of when I decided to create the roots section, just because for some, at least for me, I know that can be a lot of thinking. Okay, so let's go ahead and play through a part of the track. First I'm going to play part of the roots section and everything with the backing track. Because we do have those swells come in a little earlier than on the actual track. So I'm just going to kind of show you how the intro will start for that, and then we'll pause for a second, and then we'll go through and play it with the full track. So let me get it to where we need to be here. All right, perfect.
1, 2, 3,
so the click starts
4,
with the
intro,
backing track,
2, 3, 4,
and then you're full in. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
verse 2.
So that's how the backing track starts. So I just wanted you to at least be familiar with that so you're not walking in blind. So now let's go ahead and play along with the track. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. All right, see how that is.
1, 2, 3, 4. Intro 2, 3, 4. Verse 2, 3, 4.
Walking around these walls, I thought by now they'd fall, but you have never failed me yet.
Okay, so and I also missed a little walk down there. In the middle of the verses, you still have that walk down right there. So let me go ahead and skip to the chorus here.
Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness, faithfulness. Still in your hands. This is my confidence. You've never
Here's the different lead. Again, we don't go to the G.
Verse 2, 3, 4.
I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to instrumental 2. Once we get to instrumental 2, the click will be out. jump ahead to the interlude.
Promise still stands. Great is your faithfulness.
Whoops.
Faithfulness.
All right, let's go ahead and skip to the ending.
Promise still stands. You've never failed me yet, and I never will forget. You've never failed me yet, and I never will forget.
All right, so I think I was playing some extra lead notes there in the ending, but I think as long as you're listening to the track, you'll hear where you should hit some of those lead notes for, again, those embellishments, and where you shouldn't. But yeah, that's about it for Do It Again. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions, and if you do, I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. But otherwise, have fun playing Do It Again, and I'll see you soon.